guys, how's it going? So today I'm gonna be working on doing the body harness removal on the Z. Honestly, I've already started a little bit, and it's, very intuitive. It requires a lot of effort, but making some good progress. So this is the body harness from the Z. As you can see, it's pretty much removed. It's still tucked into the driver's side. I'm gonna go ahead and get in there next and try to unhook it so I can just take this whole thing out. The goal is to go through it all and delete everything I don't need, keep everything I do need, rewrap it so it looks brand new, and then reinstall it. But instead of running it along the top like it is from factory, I'm running it along the bash bar right here, so it's a little bit easier to access, and gets it out of the bay so it looks cleaner in here. As you can see, subframe is removed. I'm going to be cutting that up and bracing it in the next video, so keep an eye out for that. Once that's done, I can go ahead and reinstall it and test fit the engine. After I cut it up, the test fit probably won't be the video following that. It's probably going to be more of the bay shaving, and then I'm going to test fit the engine. I want to go ahead and pull out the brake lines for the rear, the master cylinder and the brake booster and the clutch master as well. Get those out of there so I can work on cleaning up the bay, because you can see it's a little rusty over there and I want to get all that taken care of. I also need to cut out the battery box, but as you can see, this is probably a lot cleaner than it was last time you saw it. All the reservoir HICUS stuff is removed. A lot of the anti-theft security stuff took out. On this side, obviously the fuse box and everything is laying down there. Well, actually it's right there. I took apart that whole section to pull it through. It is a lot easier to pull from the passenger side first, all the way around, and then get it through this way. I didn't take apart the driver's side first and try to fit it through the other way, because I feel like there's a lot more wiring on the driver's side than there is the passenger side, so start with the lesser wiring to pull through the tighter spaces versus the other way around. As you can see down there, I zoom in, that's all the HICUS and fuel lines. The brake line itself is running right there on the side of the frame rail. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But all the fuel lines and HICUS lines are just hanging there. I'm gonna go ahead and remove those as well. Not sure which video that's gonna be in, but I'm not even sure which video this is gonna line up with. So it is gonna be a video. Keep that in mind. I do still need to remove this line off the power steering rack and get some new fittings mocked up. I'm probably gonna use high pressure AM fittings and run it to a hydroelectric pump for the power steering. I still need to disconnect the airbag stuff, from the inside of the car, so I can run it along with everything else that's over here. I know the sensor plugs in right here, so that's one of them, and then the other one I think is also on the other frame. I'm not too sure. Yeah, another one right there. So I might be able to unhook that. Yeah, there's a connector right there. I'm gonna undo the connector and then connect them back on this side. The goal is to get the wiring as simple as possible and delete all the crap I don't need. I am gonna try to keep the airbag system, even though it's a 90s one, and I'm not sure how effective it would be. It is still nice to have functional airbags. That way I don't need to go through and try to delete the light blinking on the dash or whatever codes that might throw. I know this is OBD1, but still, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Although I guess the OBD1 thing would be with the factory ECU, but I'm not using the factory ECU. As you can see right there too, engine harness was removed. I'll have that in a different video as well, but you don't need to cut the firewall to get it out. As you see, it's just a bitch pulling it through. All the fuses that were in this box with the cover, you do need to take off the cover and all the fuses to pull it through the hole right here. And the orientation does matter to pull it through, so keep that in mind. Not sure what this hose is for. It goes into the cab, so I don't think it's aftermarket. It might be for like the boost controller that's in the glove box. I'm honestly not too sure. That this looks like a factory grommet, so I wasn't trying to cut it right away, but I probably will if I don't need it. And then yeah, I'm gonna keep on getting this harness out. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot to it, and I ripped apart a good section of the passenger side to get all that wiring free. You do have to disconnect. Yeah, I guess you don't need to disconnect all the stuff I disconnected. I just wanted the easiest access to pull all of it free, so I pretty much disconnected everything. I will have to go back and reconnect everything because I got all the different modules and the bracket itself removed out of there, so I gotta put that back in. On the driver's side, I'm not sure exactly how difficult it's gonna be to get all that stuff free. I'm probably gonna pull this panel right here out and then take a good look at what I need to disconnect to pull it through this way. Hopefully it's not too much, but we'll see. I think this is the speaker wire, I'm not sure. I don't know if this is factory or not, but it was hanging like this on the passenger side too. I'll have to look at Brent's because you can see the wiring right there. I'm not sure if that's factory. If this is factory, let me know in the comments. If it's not, then I'm just gonna probably rerun it somewhere if it's for the speakers. Also, there's some cut wires right here. I'm not sure what this goes to, but that's lovely. I'm sure I'll figure that out when I get there. This is a crimp connector. Yeah, it's a crimp connector. Might have been for the aftermarket security system they had wired in, but that just makes my job a little bit more difficult because now I got to figure out what was going on with that. This is the ignition loom. The previous one was all cut up and patched into, and then it looks like they changed their mind and they tried to put it back, but there's a whole bunch of open connections and burnt connections. And alrighty, so bay shaving is, as for removing all the body harness is complete. I'm definitely gonna have to go over with the power washer and take those brake lines out and whatnot, and the brake booster and the master cylinder, and then cut out the battery box. But besides that, I'm not going to be taking anything more out of the engine bay. Definitely got a lot done today as for getting the body harness out of there, because that's a job. I ended up actually just leaving the body harness connected on the driver's side because it's a lot more in depth to remove from the driver's side. There's like a lot of fuse panels and stuff in there that I'm not really trying to mess with at the moment, and I can still strip back the insulation and take out what I don't need from here, and what I am gonna cut and cap, I can do it over here and make it look clean, and then that'll just be contained right there, and I don't have to go into the actual firewall and do anything on the inside right there. But if you're ever curious, you can stretch it all the way to the center of the car and then over the car and touch the back wing. So there's a lot of wiring in the engine bay. But yeah, got that out. Next thing to do would be removing or relocating the airbag harness. I'm gonna try to move it to the front as well. I gotta disconnect it from the passenger side because it's a different loom, and then I can bring it with the main body harness loom and put it that way, and that would be cool. I'm gonna power wash this out, chop out the battery box because it's welded along the edge, and then remove the brake booster, master cylinder, and the clutch master. Get this little canister thing in there out, and then remove the brake lines, power wash, body fill up some of the holes I'm not going to be using anymore, and then primer and paint. I'm just going to use a rattle can just because it's quick, dries easy. I'm not trying to go for like showroom quality, and the engine's most likely going to be out for when I go to build it anyway, so it will be coming out when I go to build it. So I don't really need to make it look perfect, but I just wanted to make it look better than it is right now. And who knows, maybe after I, well, I was going to say who knows after I power wash it, it's going to look decent enough to run, but with as much rust as there is in some places, like over there and over there, I'm just going to play it safe and at least sand that out and primer and paint it with some rattle cans to make it look good. I'm just going to go black in the engine bay. Because black is fine. It doesn't need to look glossy or sparkle or flake anything in there. It's just going to be standard. Plus the engine is going to be the main eye attention and grabber. So we'll see how it turns out. Anyway, that's notched, which is going to be for a different video, but yeah, just a little sneak peek for you guys. Cool. If you guys are enjoying this build series and want to continue supporting me, leave a like on the video, drop a comment if you have any questions or suggestions. I'm definitely going to be listening, especially if you guys have already done the swap or you have any great ideas to put in there. I'm more than willing to listen. I have more videos coming out as the car progresses. I'll definitely have more videos out as the build progresses. I was a little bit busier the past couple weeks, so I haven't been making a lot of videos. It's been probably like 3 weeks, but I'm trying to release weekly videos for you guys so you can keep up on the build and see what's going on. I know it's a little different than what I usually post, but this is one of the builds that are going to be on my channel. So for you guys that are here for like Genesis content, that's not going anywhere. It's still going to be here. I'm just focusing on building the Z at the moment. But as I work on the Genesis still, there'll still be videos uploaded for it. But yeah, anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already done any of those. I appreciate it, especially if you're new. Subscribing is extremely helpful to a newer channel like mine. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.